Hey there scrappy friends, welcome back. New process video for you today. Now I have only just created this, but I figured I'd go back and finish off the sketches I didn't get to in March from 30 Days Sketches round 11 from Chrissy's Beautiful Life. I'm going to be using the Where To Next new collection from Vicki Boutin and doing sketch 22 March 22nd from 30 Days from March this year, March 23. Just going through the papers there, trying to pick a background which actually ends up not being my background. I picked something that's kind of neutral, this graph paper, and then using the yellow orange piece to be the panels across the middle next to the photo. I did mess up trimming off the manufacturing strip, so I do actually cut the sheet down to 11 and 7/8 square, so it would go onto a backed piece. Just working out how long the pictures are there and how wide, so the panels are cut the same size. So I cut 2 panels from this. Initially, you'll see it now, go to use the narrower one and a wider one with it off to one side, and just everything changes. I go away, sleep on it, because I really wasn't sure where I was going from here, and then come back the next day and it'll change. I've got a white background piece and I'm using 2 equal sized panels, and I've stitched around the edge in some black thread. I then talking there about, because I did originally do this as a scrap, as a go kind of thing, a full length one, but it was an hour and 20 minutes long, so I've trimmed it down and doing a voiceover for you instead. So just picking some of the 6x8 papers to do the strips below the photo. On the sketch they kind of look like journaling strips. I'm going to do my journaling on one of the blocks by the side of my photo. I did originally want to use that journaling block, but changed my mind. Cutting the strips, I just do random widths for the 3 strips of pattern paper that I do, cutting off the perforated end there off the paper because I really don't like it on my page. Just do that with all 3 sheets. Got that one a bit wrong. Do love this paper. Yeah, just laying them out. Now I do decide to do some mixed media behind. Now I was wanting to do mixed media on this. I've got some stencils out to do some inking, but I've not gone through and matched the inks up to this collection yet. So I decide instead to get the circle cutter out. This is a We Are Memories Keepers one, and cut a big circle to give me a template. Now yeah, just sticking it down so it's the hole in the cards where I want it, create a hinge along the bottom, and cutting out and covering with some masking the holes that the circle cutter poking it. Not really being precious about this. This is just, it's not a case of I want to do a perfect circle. It was, I didn't want to have a pencil line and try and rub out a pencil line. I had a few ideas. I wanted to stamp into it, or I was going to do some mask lines where the pattern paper is and stamp to make those stripes, and the other idea was a stencil over this circle and ink through the stencil. Like I said, I've not gone through the inks yet to swatch for this collection. I need to have a look, see if Vicki Boutin's done it yet, because she does do that with a lot of collections. So I'd seen this on one of the other layouts that somebody did, where they have done a circle, packaging technique circle, or a painted circle behind, and I liked that. I thought it looked good on their layout. So I can't remember whose that was, but if you have a look on the 30 Days of Sketches Facebook page and the comments for this sketch, you'll see it in there. And just creating some drops there just by squeezing the water out of the brush pen, and that then just drops the paint that's still on the brush, and just using some tissue here to pick up the water from those droplets to then leave the pigment on the page. You do get a little bit of pigment when you do that, but it does leave most of the pigment on the page. And just drying it off there. So yeah, I just come back in and getting the picture and the panels down, making sure I'm happy where everything is and I can see enough of the paint behind. I do think that I want a panel to mat this strip. I do cut it and then end up not using it. I don't know if it's because of the colour of the paper or I just didn't like the look of it, so I do end up not using it on this layout. Just about the photos, actually, these are from Paper Fox Weekend from February. So I've done a layout previously, which was a big group photo of everybody. These are the Friday night, the bottom two pictures of the Friday night. We all had dinner together, or most of us had dinner together. And the Sunday afternoon, the two ladies that I was sat with, there was quite a few of us on the table, but these are two ladies that have sat next to and diagonally opposite, and the lady next to me I'd met on a previous retreat. So yeah, Paper Fox, it was in February, it's first weekend in February at Coventry. Had a really good weekend. Just putting the 1-inch foam pads on the back of this photo. These are Sticks to 1-inch foam pads that I purchased a big roll from Hey Little Magpie, and then just cut smaller strips off into that 6x4 box. I keep them in there. Yeah, just getting everything stuck down, and I've gone for that Getaway title from the puffy words sheet. I really like how that fits there, and you know, it's almost perfect size, which is great. And it was a getaway, it was a weekend getaway, so why not? The paint was from the Vicki Boutin paints for this collection as well, by the way, on the back. That there I was just showing where I'm going to do my journaling, which is on that panel on the right. I don't do the journaling on camera. I'm on some new meds which has affected my eyesight, and I can't focus on anything close at the minute. It's really great fun. I'm like sat the opposite side of the room from the TV to actually try and focus on it, or I get a really bad headache. Yeah, I could just about manage for this. and you're lucky that the words that I do pick from the embellishments make sense, because I couldn't read them properly because I couldn't see them. So yeah, just playing about now. I like these little rosette words. I don't end up using it. Just going through, this is, so the first lot is the like the journaling ephemera pack, die cut pack, and then these are the other embellishment ephemera packs that I'm just going to go through now. I find another word that I really like with this. I do struggle embellishing this, and I really feel when I was doing it that it needed more tuckies, like behind the panels and behind the photo, but I don't really end up doing that much. I do pop these flowers, so you know, embellishments don't fit, cut them in half, make them fit. I really like the idea of these going along the side of the panel rather than coming off the panel. I'm thinking about it now, I maybe should have sewed over them again. Do want to use the yellow one just to bring the yellow down the page, and this is when I end up moving and taking that rosette off and popping the yellow one down the bottom. So yeah, so I'm just going to stick the flowers down, and then start with the rest of the embellishing. So just getting what I've already decided is definitely going stuck down. I do play with where that's going for a minute before I put it back where it was originally. Just some foam pads on the back just to give it a bit of depth, and I like layers, and I like, you know, things having different heights. Just gives a little bit more interest to the layout. That knife and fork and plate, it's one of those things where I'm never going to use this on a layout, so we're having a meal, so let's get it used. Try to use more of these arrows. There's a little word there which I can't focus on it at the minute still, so I don't remember what it says. Really loved that word strip under Getaway, but it was just a smidge too long. I couldn't make it work. Take all of these out of the sticker book just so that they're easier to go through. I was thinking of using the gold hearts. Everything gets moved a little bit here now because I want this label for the date. Yeah, there's quite a few like gold hearts and gold stars in this sticker pad, and I did think about using them, or using the hearts, but you see me counting them there, and you know I like clusters of 3, and there's only 7. This is a flare badge from Hey Little Magpie. So Hey Little Magpie, Sarah's released some flare that they've designed, which coordinate with collections. So these are the ones that coordinate with this collection. There's also, you'll see what I've put the box of flare on top of, some labels. These are the fabric flare. There's also epoxy flare as well as traditional flare. And that's it. That's the page. Please like and subscribe. Pop a comment down below. Hope you've enjoyed watching today, and I'll see you again. Take care. Bye bye.